I'd like to show you how to make sushi. Allow me to introduce you to the ingredients. For the rice, we have 200 grams or 1 cup of sushi rice uncooked, 240 milliliters or 1 cup of water, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. For the filling, we have 200 grams or 7 ounces of tuna, 3 to 5 tablespoons of mayonnaise according to preference, 70 grams or 2.5 ounces of cucumber diced. For the seasoning, we have 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 7 nori seaweed sheets. Allow me to introduce you to the equipment. First of all, we're going to need some spatulas, a knife, a board, a bowl for mixing the filling, and a bowl for washing the rice, along with a strainer, and a plate for placing the rice onto to allow it to cool. We can also use the board for fanning the rice to cool it more quickly, which may come in handy later on. So first we need to wash our rice to remove any excess starch. We can simply place the strainer into the bowl of water and pour the rice directly over. Using a spatula, we can simply stir. And place to one side. For the next part, we're going to be cooking the rice. Once we simply remove the lid and lifting the rice out using the strainer. Pour the rice into the pot. We can then pour away the excess water. We now want to add the cup of water and the salt. Giving that a quick stir. Checking our lid to make sure it's set to locked and not vent. Select manual mode. 5 minutes. Once the timer completes, we're going to allow a 10-minute natural pressure release. We're now ready to make our tuna filling mixture. And for that, we want to add tuna. Using a medium-sized mixing bowl to combine, we can now add our mayonnaise and simply give it a stir. Now the consistency is according to your preference. You can add slightly more or you can add slightly less mayonnaise to suit your preference. There are also 2 options with the cucumber. We can either add it at the end, separately, or we can combine it into the filling. And stir. The filling is now ready to add. Now that the pot has come up to pressure, the timer of 5 minutes has begun. In order to make the sushi and wrap, we're going to be using a sushi mat and nori seaweed. For this, we can simply place the nori seaweed onto the mat, add the filling, and roll into sushi. Once we've done that, we can then cut into slices, and that will give us our sushi. Now that the timer has completed, we're going to allow a 10-minute natural pressure release. Now that the 10-minute natural depressurize is completed, we can switch off, open the vent, and remove the lid. We now just want to add the rice vinegar and the sugar and give that a good stir. using some heat-proof gloves or something appropriate to lift the hot pan out, we simply want to pour the rice into the bowl. We want to pour the rice into the bowl we used for rinsing. We can then rinse the pot. Now we have our rice in a bowl. If we wish to cool it down slightly quicker, we can move directly onto a plate and fan with a board. Now that we have the rice on the plate, we can simply use the board to cool the rice. Now that the rice is suitably cooled, we're ready to start making the sushi. First of all, we want to use one of our nori sheets, and the nori sheets will usually fold one way. So working out which way the nori sheet folds, I want to place that onto the mat, ready to roll, and adding our rice into the first half of the sheet. We can then add our filling. We're now ready to roll the sushi. So we simply want to pick up the mat and curl it over, and then draw the sushi back by pulling tightly and firmly. Now we have the rolled sushi, we can simply roll it over the top. And place to one side. So it's now time for the taste test. These tuna sushi rolls pack such an enormous amount of flavour. They're incredibly healthy, incredibly quick and easy to make. And great for something a bit different. With a bowl of light soy sauce on hand for dipping, here we have a bite of absolutely incredible flavour. Recipes and items used in the video are available in the description below the video. So I hope you've enjoyed cooking the food as much as I've enjoyed cooking the food, and I hope you're enjoying eating the food as much as I'm enjoying eating the food. If you like what you've seen so far, simply subscribe where you can stay up to date with the latest videos. Thanks again, see you in the next one.